Okay, so let's talk about some of the mistakes we've made. Um, yeah, so there are a handful of things that looking back, I could say, yeah, I probably should have done that differently. It started from going to university and studying something that I felt I needed to study and to prove to my parents and to other people, my peers, that I could do it. And all the while, I wanted to do something else. I wanted to do more creative pursuits. And so that was kind of the first thing. Although, there were many good moments. It wasn't terrible, but looking back now, I can see the motivation behind what I chose to study versus following my heart, following my soul, my creativity. And, as I started working and, through my 20s and early 30s, it was, I just wanted to experience everything. So as Lucy had mentioned previously, it was always this saying yes to everything. And of course, everything sounded so exciting and new and had potential, but I wasn't using my discernment when entering into an agreement or saying yes to certain things. So I had a lot of ups and downs in my career, and I've had many, many different jobs. And sometimes I'd be working 3 jobs at the same time. And, thinking that, oh, this is going to get me farther, this is going to work, or things are eventually going to be something that they're not. And I also, I was in a full-time job that I absolutely did not like for longer than I can even, like, oh my God, fathom. I think it was 9 years or so. And every day I would talk about how I didn't want to be in that job and how I just did not like it, and how it wasn't, but then I'd go to the job the next day and, I'd convince myself of all these reasons why I needed to stay at the job. And this continued on, and it just, wow. Thinking about it now, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't tell someone else or recommend to my younger self to, stay at that job. Stay at the job you really dislike. I'm trying not to use the word hate. Stay there for 9 years and just keep doing it. And there's so many great things about it. So even though, 90% of the day you really don't like, there's that 10%. That's so awesome. So it's kind of, it was very out of balance, and I can see how I was out of balance in my life, in many areas of my life. So not just work, career, but that reflected in all areas of my life. I met some amazing people along the way, so all is not lost. But knowing now what I know, and it's such a different experience now when I honor who I am, and as I got to know myself better. It will be. I'm in such a different space than I was previously.
Amazing. The biggest mistake that I've made in my life that has led to burning out was unconsciously giving my power away. I too have had many, I feel like I've had many lifetimes in this lifetime, certainly in terms of
Yeah.
careers. You know, I'm a multi-passionate person. I've been an actress, I've worked in television, I've been a waitress for a little while, I've been a teacher. You know, there's been so many different incarnations in this lifetime. And throughout all of them, up until a point in my 30s, I was looking externally for a sense of direction. I didn't look internally for a sense of guidance as to who I really am.
Mm.
And so I gave my power away to other people, to different modalities, to psychic readings. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, but I invested my power in them to give me a sense of self. And that was a dangerous thing for me to do, because in doing that, in investing my power over there, I was also allowing my life force energy to leak out of me.
Mm.
Rather than actually fortifying and sustaining myself by knowing myself. You know, you can take all of the information that you get from readings and from different modalities, but take what resonates with you and leave the rest. You know, ultimately, you decide. That's what I've had to learn, is I decide.
Mm.
So that was the biggest mistake that I made, was giving my power away. And and that, you know, that played out again, like I was saying, it was unconscious in a lot of the ways, and where it took learning the healing modality of Reiki to actually realize where I had been leaking my energy, where I had been giving my power away.
Mm. Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, that is a major important point. I think
Mm,
that giving the power away and where the energy leaks are.
yeah.
um yeah, I can
And, you
see
know,
that.
and for a moment, if I may, I want to bring in the study of human design.
Mm-hmm.
Learning my human design helped me to recognize that my ability to shapeshift, to
Mm-hmm.
have these different incarnations, if you like, in one lifetime, that's actually how I'm designed. I'm not designed to be a fixed identity. I am designed to explore what it's like to, travel down different avenues, different creative pursuits. That's actually, so there, you know, for my whole life, I was conditioned to try and change that about myself. That's why I was giving my power away, looking for someone else and something else to give me that fixed sense of who I am. But the ability to shapeshift is a gift, and
Mm-hmm.
I learned that through the study of human design.
Awesome. Thank you.